My name is Stephanie Stevens, and I'm a planner with the City of Wheat Ridge Community Development Department. I'm presenting case number WZ-23-04, which is a request for approval of a master sign plan for the Intermountain Health Lutheran Medical Center Hospital campus at Clear Creek Crossing and located at 13155 West 40th Avenue. Here's an aerial of the property. The site is located within the Clear Creek Crossing Master Plan development and situated northeast of the intersection of West 40th Avenue and Clear Creek Drive. The total lot measures approximately 26.93 acres in size. Here is the current zoning. Clear Creek Crossing was zoned Planned Mixed-Use Development, or PMUD, in 2018 with the Regulating Outline Development Plan, Design Pattern Book, and Vision Book. These regulatory documents established the allowed uses and development standards for the property, including sign standards. Here's the planning area map from the Design Pattern Book. The site is considered a part of Planning Area 1 of the Planned Mixed-Use Development. PA1 is also called the Mill District, denoting this area as an employment-based sub-district in the Clear Creek Crossing development. The overall vision for the 26.93 acre site along I-70 in the development is to create a medical campus to serve Wheat Ridge residents in the West Metro community. Specific development plans were approved for the hospital in 2021 and medical office building in 2023. Neither SDP included proposed signage because it was understood that a master sign plan would follow. The purpose of a master sign plan is to encourage well-planned, well-designed, unified signage for a large property while still allowing for identification of individual businesses and buildings. Sign plans can vary from sign code, or in this case, Chapter 7 of the Clear Creek Crossing Design Pattern Book. Master sign plans are essentially like a plan development for signage, and they are approved by the Planning Commission and recorded with the county. Not all properties are eligible for a master sign plan. They must be at least 2 acres in size, under unified control, and must be comprised of commercial, mixed-use, or industrial development. In this case, the property is at least 2 acres in size and under one ownership. Sign plans do not change the zoning or permitted uses and do not review site or building designs. All other signage proposed on the property will comply with the Design Pattern Book is not represented on this plan. The purpose of the master sign plan is specifically to document and approve deviations from the underlying sign requirements. A full analysis of the master sign plan is provided in the staff report. Signage is expected to comply with the standards that would otherwise apply except as modified by the master sign plan. The master sign plan proposes a deviation from typical standards to allow for internal directional signs and larger wall signs, both of which are inherent to a hospital setting. I'll go through the applicant's request next. The Design Pattern Book regulates freestanding signs, but those standards are intended for retail context to advertise tenants and the Clear Creek Crossing project as a whole. The master sign plan proposes a new category of freestanding signs that better aligns with the needs of a hospital campus. In the context of a hospital campus, directional signs are critical and necessitate a larger size. The master sign plan proposes 2 types of directional signs, monument style and post and panel, which are described in the table on the screen. The deviations from the Design Pattern Book are also indicated in this table. Freestanding sign details with elevations of directional monument signs are on sheet 2 of the master sign plan, and the new signs are proposed to match with basic concrete bases. Here are the locations and elevations of the freestanding signs proposed. The Design Pattern Book standards for freestanding signs are limiting for the hospital site, which has multiple buildings with multiple uses, designated parking areas for specific uses, and a designated circulation network for ambulances and emergency vehicles that need to be clearly signed. The needs of a hospital campus are simply different than the needs of a retail center. The proposed freestanding signs are intended for directional purposes. Setbacks have been incorporated to reduce vehicular and pedestrian conflicts, and freestanding signs will be required to be located outside of sight distance triangles. The height and size of the signs is reasonable given the size and scale of the development. The freestanding signs will unify the campus, which has multiple buildings and multiple uses, and provide the directional guidance that's needed for efficient and safe circulation. In the design pattern book, wall signs are allowed on building facades that face a primary entry or exit, public right-of-way, parking areas, and private streets or drives. Size is limited to 1 square foot for every linear foot of the facade to which the sign is affixed, a 1-to-1 ratio, equating to maximum sizes per eligible elevation listed on the table on the screen, with no limit on number of signs so long as size requirements are met. Signs are allowed to project up to 15 inches beyond the building wall. Canopy signs are considered wall signs. The master sign plan proposes an increased allowance of wall signs in 4 locations: on the hospital's south elevation containing the primary entrance and visible from I-70 and West 40th Avenue, the parking garage east elevation facing I-70, and the medical office building north and south elevations, which can be seen from Highway 58 and West 40th Avenue. Here are the locations and sample copy of the wall signs proposed. Note the actual copy can vary so long as the standards set forth in the master sign plan pertaining to number, size, height, and setbacks are being met. Staff finds that while the size allowance is larger than what the design pattern book allows, the other restrictions put into place, such as prohibiting signage on other facades and limiting the number of signs allowed, result in a more visible and cohesive development with minimal overall impact. The hospital use is unique in that it requires a high level of visibility, and the hospital campus is surrounded on 3 sides by major roadways that have a broad range of site visibility. The scale and mass of the buildings is larger than the average, which warrants larger signs. All signs that are proposed to be larger than the design pattern book allows are within a 50% increase and are found to meet the intent of the purpose of Section 26708D relating to unification and integration of signage. Overall, staff finds that the master sign plan is cohesive and modestly sized compared to the overall scale of the development. The additional signs will help customers access and navigate the site. Since Wheat Ridge is not a full-service city, we sent the application on referral to outside agencies as well as completed an internal review. There were no concerns expressed during the referral process. Before the hearing, the property was posted for 15 days and letters were sent to property owners and tenants within a 600-foot radius. This presentation is available to view on Wheat Ridge Speaks website and is also presented at the public hearing. No calls or emails have been received to date. Determined that the site is eligible and the plan promotes well-planned and well-designed cohesive signage. It's appropriate for a hospital campus which has unique needs and it's consistent with the code. For all those reasons, staff recommends approval of the request. A recommended condition of approval is provided in the staff report. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.